Hi guys, are you ready for something different? So listen, this isn't a first reaction. I got this last night, okay? It's not a request. It was on my For You page, which, if you like me, I run YouTube literally in every room in my home nonstop, and it's always music. Our house is just very, very lively, okay? It's like 1:30 right now. My son's at school, so I'm getting a lot of work done. But I have to tell you, I came across this guy last night, Ryan Upchurch. I don't even know what to say. It's not my first reaction, but it's going to seem like it because you know what? This hits a little bit different. Now, this is a cover of one of my favorite bands and favorite songs, Nutshell by Alice in Chains. This is everything I was about in my teenage years. Now, this song he's doing it country style. Okay, so, and not even knowing a ton about him, I will make sure that I know everything about an artist. I personally don't want to know until after we watch this together. And I've watched this several times. I will get the chills so bad. Like, I like this kind of voice. Country, but singing this rock song that is so timeless and a lot of us can relate to. Usually if we're broken, we've been through it. Or maybe not, but most people, you got to relate to this to really feel it. Let's watch this, man. I have been through the darkness many times, y'all. So if you are there right now, hang on to hope, okay? And I don't even want to cry. Let's do this, guys. I love you. I love you. Keep pushing because you're worth it.
I grew up in the country, listening to all types of music, anything from Hank Jr. to Eminem. But one thing that was jammed in my neck of the woods was Alice in Chains. And the way Lane Staley sang grabbed you and made you listen to what he said, and made you actually feel the words. And that inspires me to write about what I feel, and not what people just want to hear.
This song will be on repeat, you guys, in my house. I have to get some like banging speakers. The way I love to hear my music, and thankfully my household is all about music, and it doesn't bother my son. Obviously, it's not blaring constantly, but we keep music going here. We sing, we have our microphones, our guitars, and tambourines, and bongos, and shakers, and maracas, and we constantly have music going here. So my son will definitely be, well, he's a dancer right now, he's into break dancing. We have exposed him to nothing but arts, some sports, though I don't want him to play sports. But I don't care if he wanted to wear pink high heels and sing in an all trans band. I would love him just the same. How about that? Absolutely. But I believe he's going to be an artist. As a mom who is super duper close to my son, he's 5.5. I do have a son that's 25 as well. My 5.5-year-old is by my side every second. He is not in school. I'm trying to let the umbilical cord go a little bit. I hope that you are safe and in a good headspace. And I say that because let's do this real quick, you guys. It's going to be a longer video, like I said. But, I've been watching other content creators, and they talk a long time, and they get thousands. You guys, it doesn't seem like too long for some people is a bad thing. I'm like, I know we live in an era where everything's super fast paced, so people don't have patience unless you like speed up my voice, which I probably could do that. So, I don't like to keep people too long. But then again, you can come back. You can say, hey, I watched it to 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's look at these statistics because it's very mind-blowing, you guys. Now, this is in America. Okay. More than 1 in 5 U.S. adults live with a mental illness, 59.3 million. That was in 2022, you guys. And that's conditions as in like anxiety is a very bad mental illness. I have really bad anxiety, and that's another thing. I am very protective of where I go and bring my child. I've been through a lot in life. How about that? And I don't want to sound like I've been through it, and because God knows you probably have been too. But a lot of things that I've been through in my life traumatized me, and it makes me not want to be around places. I don't encounter negative people. Even if we go to, well, maybe because we admit, we always, when we're at the store, a lot of people say, you guys have this really cool energy. And my husband and I are very smiley, and we're very talkative, not only to each other, but when we go in a store, you can tell we don't get out much. He's working, but he doesn't have to work full-time, thankfully. And so our family is very much together all the time. So I may be in here working. When my son's at school, I work. But when he gets off school, I make a point to get off of here for several hours. Really, until he goes to bed, I try. Unless he says, Mom, I want some alone time. And he's at that age. Because I can be a little bit of a helicopter mom. I love him so much, and I just want him to have the best childhood. And I notice my husband and I say, we buy him things that we would have wanted as a child. Like, he loves this train set. And I want to work harder and harder and harder so I can buy these train sets for him, It's like $50 to get an add-on to his train tracks. That's a lot, you know what I'm saying? For an average person, even if